Hi guys, welcome back to Off the Path Learning. So we've made it through winter and spring is finally on its way. And lately, I've been feeling like my lungs need a little bit more love. Well, lucky for me, there's a plant on its way that has powerful action against sore throats, coughs, asthma, bronchitis, and lung congestion. It's so eager to play its role that it won't even wait for the snow to be fully melted to bloom. In the first few pages of his book, The Herbal Lore of Wise Women and Wort-Cunners, anthropologist and ethnobotanist Wolf Dieter Storl recounts his first time meeting this plant. Winter was coming to an end, and he was living in a farmhouse that was heated by a wood-burning stove. He was suffering from bronchitis, and on a night that was particularly difficult for him, he dreamt of a pretty little yellow flower. And the next morning, he crossed paths with Coltsfoot for the first time. He described the flower as radiating light and said that it brought sunshine into his wintry lungs. This plant has a long history of medicinal use. Just to give you an idea of its importance, it was used during the 12th to the 17th century as the symbol for Parisian apothecaries. It was brought over from Europe by the first colonists to be used as medicine for the respiratory tract. In those days, it was most commonly used in an infusion or it was smoked. All the great physicians and herbalists of the time recommended inhaling the smoke of coltsfoot to treat pulmonary infections. Now I know this may seem counterintuitive, but it remains to this day an effective way to interact with coltsfoot and to receive its medicine. All parts of this perennial plant can be consumed, even down to its rhizome. But I do want to mention that the leaves are considered the safest to consume as they contain lower levels of the potentially liver-damaging alkaloids. It should be noted that this plant should not be consumed in large quantities or for an extended period of time. Pregnant or breastfeeding women, as well as children under the age of 6, and those who suffer from liver issues should avoid its use altogether. It's up to you to make your own decision on whether or not you want to interact with this plant. But consuming it in low quantities seems to be safe and offers potent medicine for lung ailments. It contains powerful chemical compounds such as the polyphenols rutin, hyperoxide, and isoquercetin, alkaloids tussilago and mucilage. These chemicals will suppress the body's production of lipids that are involved in narrowing the air passages. Plus, it soothes irritated mucous membranes and treats inflammation of the respiratory tract, the mouth, and the throat. Coltsfoot's Latin name literally translates to cough dispeller. So, if you choose, how can you interact with this plant? You'll find it in the very early season before all other blooms. For me, around here, that's about late April to early May. Look for it in areas with clay soil that's rocky, areas that get lots of sun but that are still wet. So in floodplains, riverbanks, along cliffs and in ditches, at the edges of roads, and anywhere where erosion occurs. The flowers open only with the sun, so you'll notice that on cloudy days, the flower heads will remain closed. The flowers and the stems can be eaten raw or cooked, and they make a great addition to salads. Fresh flowers can of course be used to make a delicious tea, and lots of people like to make a cough syrup from the flowers. They have a pleasant, mildly sweet taste. Or you can choose to make a tincture from the flowers if you prefer. Not long after they bloom, the flowers turn to seed and they really look like dandelions. But you can always tell coltsfoot apart from dandelions thanks to its scaly stem. After After the flowers are gone, the Coltsfoot-shaped leaves come out. These are also edible raw or cooked, but you may want to remove the white hairs that are on the underside, as they may cause some irritation. You can use the fresh leaves in a tea, or you can dry them out to be smoked, or even to be used for a salt substitute. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be on the lookout for these bright little flowers come springtime, and hopefully I've convinced you that they're worth a closer look. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next one.